Hi, welcome back to probably the last mini masterpiece Monday for now. We can always change the paintings because our painting wall is nearly full. We're going to make a cabinet over there as well so we can make more things to display in the museum. And I think in the future we could do, an exhibition based on a certain artist, or and really get into it and revisit it. But I think today is going to be our last one in this series of the mini masterpieces. However, I do have another idea, so don't worry. Okay, so I'll put the little fact sheet up as I do on socials so you can have a look. I was looking into Edvard Munch and Expressionism, and that is something that is very out of my comfort zone because I tend to paint things exactly how they look like, and I think I experience emotions while I paint or look at art, but I don't really kind of see the process of my emotion is making me paint like this, if you know what I mean. Whether it's still happening subconsciously, I don't know. So I thought I'd have a little go. I also realised that I did sunflowers for Van Gogh, so I can't exactly do my favourite painting by him, which is Starry Night, because then that's two of the same artist. So Edvard Munch did the sun, and he's done this. It was part of a series, and he's done like the sun in the centre and everything going around it, and the sun in the centre is big, it's bold, it's really big brush strokes, really moving, and I thought I'd quite like to do that with a starry night. Just shoehorn that in there. So I have acrylic paints for this because I thought, big, bold colours. I know you can get watercolours and, right, people say gouache, people say gouache. Whichever way. I know you can, but I just thought let's go for something that really does, for want of a better word, smack you round the chops. So we have our very messy palette, and we have two shades of yellow, like a lemon yellow, and then that just says yellow on the tube. So lemon yellow, mid yellow, yellow, that was pastel blue, cerulean blue, that's a mid blue, think that is ultramarine, and then this one had some kind of like fire's blue, dark blue. Whatever colours you've got will work. So let's have a go, and let's work on being loose and free and expressive instead of restrained and hyper realistic. Okay, so I think I shall start with my lightest colour first, and it you know, you're supposed to have like a mental image, and I do have a mental image of what I'd like. You're supposed to like feel your way. This is terrible. Okay, right. Expressive, Kerry, come on. They're quite lively. So I've done like a woo Catherine Wheel type star, and then I've done almost like a really lazy flower kind of star. Okay, rinse our brush, dry it off a little bit, dark yellow, try and darken that a little bit. I mean, it is now looking more firework over here. Might have to work on the scale of very expressive brush strokes, because it was a bit tricky getting it woody. Let's go for our lightest blue. That's looking quite abstracty. Our next blue. Not sure how I feel about this. I might do a second one. Now our darkest blue. I've noticed I've gone completely quiet because I'm rather stressed that this is beginning to look like a dog's dinner. and this is, oh my gosh, nervous laughing. That's quite free. Right. we're going to let that dry. I think I'm going to try and do another one, but smaller, so that I can actually get it to fit in the mini museum. But that was an exercise in, well, feeling the stress and doing it anyway. Okay, I shall see you in a bit. Okay. So, very starburst stars, but they're massive. They're huge. And not really, like, scalable. So, we're going to have another go at forcing myself to be free. Forced freedom. It's always the best type of freedom. Allegedly. Don't come for me. In the words of Stephanie Harlow. Okie dokie. We're going for it. She says, and then she stops. Ooh, this is really bothering numerous kinds of my neurodiversity. Ooh. Ayo. Right, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to do it, which could be terrible. Right, 1, 2. I still can't do it. That was like the worst sound in the world, but apparently making a stupid sound makes you do it. Right, come on. Black. That is about half the size. See, as well, we are going to our maths brain here, because we don't do size and scale and ratio in our brain. We wing it. Now, if we keep it this loosey-goosey, I'll be surprised. Here we go. And the ironic thing is I'm feeling much more loosey and goosier now that I've got a framework to be loosey and goosey in. Ah! Oh my gosh. Incroyable. I mean, I am finding that I'm not trying to judge where light and shadow or anything should go, so I am. But I am also just completely shutting my thoughts off. And just going, come on, paint a picture. Listen, we aren't all destined for all things. We're just getting a bit Jackson Pollock now. Oh, okay, right. We could, in theory, you know, get a portion of that. And, you know, it's one of those paintings where if you're told what it is, you can see it. and that's what I'm going to stick with. I will tell you it's a starry sky, and you go, oh yeah, it's blue and yellow and it's fine. And I did feel a bit woo today, so yeah. And the second one, I don't know whether it's because I scaled it down or whether it was because I loosened up a bit more or I understood it a bit more, I don't know. But we had to go. I think I need to be, you know, a lot less afraid of it, to really flow with it. But that is okay, because not all our brains work in the same way, you know. However, I am trying things that really should not be my cup of tea. And that was what this series was all about. And looking back, bring the museum across without sending everything on the table flight. You know, and given the fact that we started there and there, you know, and we've tried pop art and romantic, blurry, impressionistic, romanticism, and we've done realism and a bit more abstracty, and we've done geometric art, we've done pointillism, you know, we've expressed ourselves. You know, it's pleasing to see how it's come along. So we still need to do a cupboard for the artifacts that we do have, but the artifacts that we could make in future. So I shall be making that, and then we shall allow our people of Littleville to come and see the existing exhibition at the museum for a while we introduce something else that I am working away on, and which will mean that on a Monday we will have a new series of mini Mondays, creating something for that project. And for now, I shall just place that tantalisingly there in the ether. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being an amazing support to me and the channel, and spending your time with me and commenting and liking and subscribing and all those wonderful things. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you would, and if you'd stick around and spend some more time with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a fantastic week. I hope that the weather's getting sunny where you are, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye.